Good morning, all of you. Welcome to the home mentoring session from the SD Vidya School. Myself, Ritu Mittal, mathematics teacher. Today we are going to start the next topic, that is our trigonometric identities. Yes, this is a topic in the chapter 8 and this is also a very important topic. Here we will discuss the three identities in this video. The first identity is sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. This is the first identity. Sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. We can find out the value of sin square theta or sin theta like that. Sin square theta, that will be equal to 1 minus cos square theta. So if you have to find out the value of sin theta, it will be sin theta is equal to under root 1 minus cos square theta. Now the next formula that we can create, if you have to find out the value of cos theta, the cos square theta, that is equal to 1 minus sin square theta. So we can find out the value of cos theta by under root 1 minus sin square theta. So in this way we can find out the sin theta and the cos theta value. Now come on the second identity. The second identity is secant square theta minus tan square theta, that is equal to 1. Secant square theta minus tan square theta, that is equal to 1. If you have to find out the value of secant square theta, that is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. So if you have to find out the value of secant theta, it will be under root 1 plus tan square theta. Now the next, in the similar way, tan square theta, that will be equal to secant square theta minus 1. These two identities are from we derived from this one identity. So secant square theta minus 1 and tan theta, that will be equal to under root of secant theta minus 1. Now the third identity. The third identity is minus cos square theta plus cosecant square theta, that is equal to 1. And if you have to find out the value of cosecant square theta, that will be equal to 1 plus cot square theta. And if you have to find out the value of cot square theta, so that will be equal to cosecant square theta minus 1. So in this way these three identities we have to use in the exercise 8.4. So now in the 8.4 exercise we have an example. I just tell you how can we put this identity in the questions. Like prove that cot A minus cos A upon cot A plus cos A, that is equal to cosecant A minus 1 upon cosecant A plus 1. This we have to prove. So how can we prove it? If you will see that cos, in place of cot A we have a formula cos A upon sin A. So in place of cot A we put down the cos A upon sin A minus cos A, it is remain same. Next cos A upon sin A, again in place of cot A we put it down plus cos A. Here we are taking the left hand side and we will solve it, that will be equal to right hand side. So now we can take cos A common from these two. So what is left? 1 upon sin A minus 1 and denominator 1 upon sin A plus 1. So this cos A will be cancelled out. So 1 upon sin A, that is equal to cosecant A. Here in the similar way in the denominator also 1 upon sin A, that is equal to cosecant A. So cosecant A minus 1 upon cosecant A plus 1. That is the result that we required in the question. So in this way we have to apply this identity. I hope that all of you get till here. Let me come on the exercise 8.4. Here I am taking the question number 1 from the exercise 8.4. Here we have to find out the value of sin A, secant A and tan A in terms of cot A. This is little bit different. We have to find out the value of sin A, secant A and tan A in term of cot A. Here we don't have any triangle, we don't have any value. So how can we do that? Let's start. Sin A. Sin A is the reciprocal of cosecant A. So we will write down in place of sin A 1 upon cosecant A. We have an identity that cosecant square A, that is equal to 1 plus cot square A. So in place of cosecant A, we can put down 1 plus cot square A, but here it is not square, so we will apply the under root also. So the sin A is converted into 1 upon under root 1 plus cot square A, and this is the requirement of the question. I hope that all of you get clear this. Now in the second part, secant A. Now we have to convert the secant A into the cot A. So how can we do that? In place of secant A, we can write down 1 upon cos A. Now we multiply it, the whole equation, with the 1 upon sin A in numerator and denominator. In the numerator 1 upon sin A, in the denominator 1 upon sin A. We will see this one equation. So 1 upon sin A we can write down cosecant A, and this will convert it into cot A. Here we have two things, one is cosecant, another is cot A, but according to the question we require only cot. So we will convert the cosecant A into cot A by using this one formula. So the cosecant A is equal to under root 1 plus cot square A upon cot A. So I hope that all of you get clear the second part. Now the third part, that is very easy. Tan A, we have to convert the tan A into the cot A, so that is equal to 1 upon cot A. Simply we just have to solve it. Now let me come on the question number 4. Now in the question number 4, the question is 9 secant square A minus 9 tan square A. Now we have to find out the value. If we will take out the common 9 from these two, so what is left? Secant square A minus tan square A. This is the identity and its value is 1. So 9 into 1, that will be equal to 9. That is very easy. Now let me come on the fourth part. 1 plus tan square A upon 1 plus cot square A. Now we have to find out the value of this one. So 1 plus tan square A. Yes, what is the identity of this? Yes, its identity is secant square A. So in place of 1 plus tan square A, we can put down secant square A. Next, 1 plus cot square A. The identity of 1 plus cot square A is cosecant square A. So in place of this, we can write down cosecant square A. Now secant square we can write down 1 upon cos square A, as secant is a reciprocal of cos. In the similar way, cosecant A is a reciprocal of sin square A, so 1 upon sin square A. So after reversing it, we get this sin square A upon cos square A, and this is the formula of tan square A. So in this way we can find out this question. Now come on the next, question number 5. Question number 5 is very important from this exercise. One more thing I just tell you, the question number 3, that is not included in this chapter. Now come on the question number 5. The question number 5 is question number 5, first part, cosecant theta minus cot theta whole square. Now we have to prove that this is equal to 1 minus cos theta upon 1 plus cos theta. So how can we solve this? Let me convert cosecant theta into 1 upon sin theta minus cot theta into cosecant theta upon sin theta whole square. So now let me solve it. We get this result, 1 minus cos theta upon sin theta whole square, and that is equal to 1 minus cos theta upon sin square theta. So in place of sin square theta, we can write down 1 minus cos square theta. So 1 minus cos theta upon 1 minus cos square theta. So if we will break the formula, a square minus b square formula, so it will be a minus b, a plus b. So it will be cancel out from it, and what is left? 1 minus cos theta upon 1 plus cos theta, and that is the requirement of the question. Now come on the next part, third part. In the third part, the question is tan theta upon 1 minus cot theta plus cot theta upon 1 minus tan theta, and we have to prove that this is equal to 1 plus secant theta cosecant theta. Now in place of tan theta, we can write down sin theta upon cos theta. In place of cot theta, we can write down, yes, cos theta upon sin theta. In the similar way, what we can put down in place of cot theta, that is cos theta upon sin theta, and in place of tan theta we can write down sin theta upon cos theta. Now let me take the LCM, 1 minus cos theta. So after taking the LCM, it will become sin theta minus cos theta upon sin theta. Now in the similar way, here also we are taking the LCM, so cos theta minus sin theta upon cos theta. Now after that we just solve it, that is sin theta upon cos theta, sin theta upon sin theta minus cos theta. Now here cos theta upon sin theta, in the bracket cos theta minus sin theta into cos theta. Now the next sin theta into sin theta, it will become sin square theta upon cos theta, sin theta minus cos theta. Here also cos theta into cos theta, that will become cos square theta upon sin theta minus cos theta. Now after taking these two are common thing in this, now we will take the LCM. So it will become sin cube theta minus cos cube theta upon sin theta into cos theta, sin theta minus cos theta. This is a little bit lengthy question, but it is very important. Now let me come on the last part. Now after solving that, we get this result. Now if you will see that we can cancel these two. Now what is left? 1, and sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So in place of this we can write down 1 plus sin theta cos theta, and what is left in the denominator, that is sin theta cos theta. Now we are separating it into the two part, one upon sin theta cos theta and the another one is sin theta cos theta upon sin theta cos theta. Now 1 upon sin theta is cosecant theta, 1 upon cos theta is secant theta, and both of them are same, so we can write down 1. So in this way we can solve this question. These questions are very important for the board point of view, so all of you just go through with this exercise. This is exercise 8.4. 8.3 is deducted, so you don't have to do this exercise. We directly come on the 8.4 exercise. The next questions from the 8.4 exercise we will do in the next video. Thank you student, and have a nice day.